Action from the Conservative MP for the Isle of Wight, Bob Seely. Welcome. Are you aware that MPs from your party are about to leave?
I hear the rumours. I've been shocked listening over the past few days to the stories of intimidation and bullying and harassment in the Labour Party. I'm very sorry that those MPs have split from their party. I think maybe they were right to do so. I do not see a recognisable similarity between ourselves and Labour. If some of our colleagues do wish to leave, I think that's a real shame. And unlike we have to learn from the Labour Party's mistakes, and we have to keep open doors and open minds and try to keep everyone on board. But these are not comparable. And as much as I respect Norman, I really do disagree with what he just said.
You say keep open doors and open minds in the Tory party. Those who are preparing to leave potentially would say that's exactly what has not happened.
Well, I'm a One Nation, liberal-minded Conservative. I don't recognise Anna Soubry's description of the Conservative Party. If she wants to leave, it's a real shame, and if she ever wants to come back, if she is leaving, we should absolutely welcome her back with open arms. I'm not in the business of trying to force people out or having ideological purity in a party, which I think is a dangerous road to go down, as we've seen from the Labour Party. But the criticism I see of Theresa May's leadership, I simply don't see how that coincides with my version of reality.
What about what's happening with Nick Boles, who's facing deselection from his local party over pushing for a softer Brexit?
The relationship between a Member of Parliament and his or her constituency is another matter entirely. I have to say again, speaking from my own personal point of view, if I'd signed up to if I'd voted for a referendum in 2016, if I'd voted to respect the mandate that was given, if I'd voted in a second general election campaign on a manifesto of respecting that mandate, and if I then didn't respect that mandate, I would expect to have to explain myself. I think Nick's great, and I really hope he stays as a Member of Parliament, because I think he's a fantastic Member of Parliament, and I think he has many admirable qualities. But that relationship is between him and his constituency association.
If these MPs do go, where does that leave your party? Already a minority government. It would mean that the independent group would have potentially 11 MPs, which is one more than the DUP and the same number as the Lib Dems.
Okay, this is not a split, it's a splinter. There's a difference. I think the Labour Party, and I'm not trying to be party political here, I think the Labour Party has some profound and deep-rooted issues over anti-Semitism, racism, bullying,
but I'm
intimidation.
Sorry, I'm asking about your
My
party.
I think there is a splinter on one issue, and that is primarily Europe and the issue of a second referendum, and that is very different. Now, the overwhelming majority...
But it's where your party is, and in terms of being able to govern going forward, if Tory MPs go...
Well, we're in a minority partnership anyway. It may make that minority partnership slightly trickier. It may enable us to reach out to Northern MPs in Leave constituencies who are actually keen to engage, because they know how important it is to get a deal. And everything that you say, Joanna, seems to me strengthens the argument for getting a deal.
And has Theresa May then got it wrong when she has stuck rigidly to saying that no deal is on the table, and that's where we're heading on the 29th of March? Because that is the thing that MPs are absolutely united against. And she's been told by members of her own government that if she doesn't now publicly say that she will extend Article 50 to avoid no deal, 22 members of her government, including ministers, will go.
Okay, these are stories. Okay, I'm going to be boringly consistent. I want us to deliver. If people want a deal, they should vote for the deal on offer. The most important thing for me is that we get on and govern well. What I want us to see is to deliver a deal and then get back to the bread and butter issues that actually make a difference in people's lives.
But telling the country that we're heading for no deal Brexit on the 29th of March, when that is what MPs absolutely don't want, has that been the right strategy?
Well, let's see what happens on the 28th of March. I suspect there is going to be significant movement in the middle of March from the European Union. Let's see. I think we will have a deal. Maybe I'm being naively optimistic, but I see the glass as being half full. I think we'll have a deal. We may have to extend 3 to 6 months, but I'm hopeful that will be a deal mid to late March, and I'm optimistic.
Bob Seely, thank you very much. Let us know your